Hello and welcome to the opening video for Secret Lair drop series. Happy little gathering. So let me explain what this is for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about. Some of you, if you saw the title, you probably do understand what this is, but these are cards from Magic the Gathering, which is a trading card game put out by Wizards of the Coast. You can see their little symbol on the back here. It's a game that was designed by Richard Garfield way back in the 90s. And this particular product is a very unique product when it comes to Wizards of the Coast and how they release their Magic cards. These are available in limited drops that are usually only available for a period of time, could be a day. This one I think was a week that it was available, and if you purchase it, then they will mail it out to you. And within several months later, typically, has been the turnaround time there. So this one came out in November of 2020, I believe, and then this is the end of February, beginning of March is when they were shipping them out. So it's taken a little bit of time to arrive, but I'm very excited for it to come. I normally don't buy these. This is the first one I've ever bought. I've never had enough interest to really pull the trigger on them. They're typically a little bit higher priced for what you get in terms of just the number of cards inside. On this one, you can actually see here on the back, it says contains 10 cards, and that's it. And this was, I think it was like $30 or $40, somewhere around in there when you add the tax and everything in the US, in US dollars at least. So very interesting product, because typically that's way more money than you would pay for 10 cards, just normal cards, and especially for this, because these are actually land cards. These land cards are some of the most basic things about Magic the Gathering. Every deck needs a land card. There are 5 different colors that you can use. Well, technically 6, there's a colorless version, but we won't get too deep into the nerd history on that. But just to say, there are land cards that are one of the most common cards in all of Magic. However, I think it's really unique that they took something so commonplace and something that people take for granted, and they turned it into something really cool. And they actually combined it with one of my favorite artists ever, who is, you can see right there, Bob Ross, if you see in the fine print. So these cards, as the name probably clued you into, if you have any familiarity with Bob Ross, Happy Little Gathering is the title of this particular Secret Lair drop, because he often would say things, mentioning the happy little trees in his paintings and happy little bushes and everything that he would paint there. And I just love listening to him. He's very calming and relaxing, and he's super impressive just how much he can put onto a canvas in 30 minutes. Just absolutely incredible, the talent from that man. So very, very awesome to see. If you have not seen, definitely look him up, watch some of his videos. Very calming, very relaxing, very awesome. So this is the first time ever that Magic the Gathering has officially partnered with Bob Ross, and they actually put his artwork on the lands. And land cards are actually something, like I mentioned, they're typically not really seen very desirable. But for me, I actually really like lands. I especially love full art lands. You can see here, I've got kind of as a background some of the artwork from the insides of the bundles from the most recent set from Zendikar Rising, and then Zendikar Rising, and then the previous set in Zendikar, which was Battle for Zendikar, and then the one before it too, which was just Zendikar. They all featured, and some of the other sets have featured this too, but they all featured full art lands. Normally, a land card in Magic the Gathering will only cover, the artwork will cover only about half of the card. And most artwork on all Magic cards typically covers about half of the card, and then you have your rarities, of course. But full art lands are really awesome and special to me, and I really enjoy them because I really just like the artwork. And I just love the concept of taking something that's so commonplace and forgotten about and turning it into something beautiful. I think that's awesome. And they definitely did that with this one. I'm super excited to open it with you. So let's go ahead and let's get it started. Let's open this up. All right, so we are going to crack the seal on this for the first time. If I can pull that open. There we go. Cool. All right. So again, this is the very first one I have ever purchased. I don't know if I'll ever purchase another one again or not. This one was pretty special. Again, just Bob Ross. I had to get it. So here it is. Set that aside. And then we've got a nice little paper wrapping around the edge with a little sticker holding that on there, keeping it very Nice and neat. I'm definitely going to rip this. That's okay. I'm not planning on keeping this paper at all. That's totally fine. I just love the care and attention that they put into this package. But here it is. Here's the box. Very nice. Very sleek box. Feels pretty good. Oh, it's cool. It's got the little copyright on the back, made in the USA, Bob Ross Inc., and Wizards of the Coast. Little trademark copyrights on the back there. And you can kind of see it opens like this from the side. Or actually, no, it does not open from the side. I thought it did. I guess not. Again, the first time I've ever opened one of these. I think you push it out. It's not coming very easily. Oh no, it is open from the side. That's why it's not coming when I push it out. There it is. It was just stuck, that little tab there. All right, so here it is. Oh man, I am so excited about this. Nice little fold over, and you can kind of tuck that back in there, but oh man, here it is. So there are cards that are kind of put in here like this on this backing, and then there is an extra card in there too that we'll get to in just a moment. But wow. So there's the first one. You can already see there. It's got the little promo symbol on it. Let me take it out of the plastic so there's not as much glare there. I'm going to do this very carefully. There's like a little tab on the back here. Now, some people may take cards from this set and they may try to, keep them very nice and never play with them. I'm definitely going to sleeve these, of course, and I've got some sleeves right over here that I'll be using, but I also plan to play with these. They're probably worth more if I didn't, but that's okay because I got these because I wanted to enjoy them. I wanted to throw these into my decks and have a little bit of fun with them. So let me go ahead and open this. Let's take a look. And we'll look at each one too, just to see what each one looks like. Still going to try to be as careful as I can with them. All right. Get a nice good shot of that. There we go. That is awesome plains right there. That's one of the colors. Very carefully. Take a look at another plains here. I believe there's 2 of each, which would be the 10 cards. It's got the little 101, that was 100, and this is 101. Secret Lair drop. Plains. Island. This is so cool. I love that artwork on that island. That is probably one of the coolest islands I've ever seen. I still like the, there's a full art one from the Zendikar block that is probably my favorite island, but this one is, that one was pretty close, pretty nice. All right, and here's another one. Very cool. Onto the swamp. It's kind of hard to do swamps in Bob Ross. He probably didn't paint that many swamps if you're using his artwork, but I appreciate the aesthetic of what they did there. This one's really nice. It's like an autumny kind of scene. I wish they would have done these full art or the full art card version here, because obviously that would have been really cool, but I understand why. I think it had to do with some of the aspect ratios of his paintings and how they would have fit in the box and everything. I think there's even more to these artworks though that goes around, kind of extends beyond the border that we see here. I believe you can look at them online if you want to see the full painting, but this is the majority of it is seen here. He's got an awesome mountain. This classic Bob Ross right here. This is exactly what most of his paintings look like. You got a cool mountain in the background, which he draws in like 3 minutes, and a little awesome cabin over there, which he draws in like 1 minute. Super cool. Lots of happy little trees. And this is also just classic Bob Ross. I love that mountain. It looks almost purple. It's just so cool. And then our forest. A little dark. There we go. You can kind of see that. That's a really cool forest. Got the blue kind of on the ground there and the puddles. Nice touch. And an awesome waterfall. So that's it. Those are, let's see, move those over a little bit so I can get those all in the frame. That's all 10. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, now there's one more card. Let me see if I can get it opened up here. It's kind of stuck to the bottom here. Let me pull that out. That's easier. So I can kind of pull this out. And it's got a little bit of adhesive there, but that's not that bad. I showed it there for a second, but there's a bonus card. It's almost like the secret in Secret Lairs, that there's a bonus card. They don't advertise it when you buy it, but eventually it comes out what the card is, and I saw a spoiler of what it was going to be before this shipped, so I knew what I was getting. Nonetheless, super excited. It still goes with the land theme. It is, aside from a basic land, probably the most basic of non-basic lands. It's Evolving Wilds, which, again, that's great because you get almost all the different types of land in one shot there. I love the green coming through in that wave too. You got the mountain, the forest, almost kind of barren, swampy kind of stuff there, island. Not really too much plains, but maybe behind those trees there'd be some plains there on the left. But yeah, and this one is notable because, unlike the others, it actually has some flavor text on the bottom, and it's perfect. It's a Bob Ross quote. "We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents." Very cool. I love that. So I'll put that right over there. So that's the opening. I'll see if I can show that one more time just to put that in the frame. Secret Lair drop series. Happy little gathering. Very, very cool. I'm incredibly excited about these. I'm going to end the video now and sleeve these up and start putting them into my decks, or figuring out which decks I'm going to put them into, because I cannot wait to play with them. So thanks for joining, and we'll see you in the next video.